Well, because Taken 3 isn't out yet, we get to see Non-Stop.
Oh, Jesus.
This is actually the second movie that this director did with Liam Neeson. The first one was Unknown. You haven't seen that, have you? Okay. I saw Unknown, and it was okay. It was kind of a Born Identity ripoff, but it has some good moments. So when I heard that they were making another movie together, I was like, okay, cool. Maybe I'll like it more than Unknown. I guess real quick we'll give a very short, spoiler-free review. But I really want to talk about the ending, so after we go into the spoiler-free review, I'll warn you, if you don't want any spoilers, I'll tell you to turn off the video, and we're gonna go into that. So right now, spoiler-free. So Non-Stop with Liam Neeson. It's Liam Neeson in an airplane. It's pretty much what I was expecting. You've probably seen the trailers. It's been showing a lot, but the trailers, Liam Neeson's an air marshal. He's on a plane. He gets texts from a stranger saying that he wants a certain amount of money put into an account, and if he doesn't, then every 20 minutes he's going to kill a passenger. And this starts happening, and as more and more people die on the plane, it's revealed that the account that this person wants the money in is in Liam Neeson's name.
It's kind of a spoiler, isn't it?
Well, that's revealed. That's revealed in the trailer, for starters.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Plus, I think they actually do reveal that pretty early on. I wouldn't call that a spoiler.
Okay.
It's really not that important to the plot, actually. But, spoiler on that, I guess. But, so, because this is one of those movies where it takes place on an airplane and there's a mysterious killer, the first thing you do when you're watching this is guessing, okay, who's the killer? So, from the get-go, I was kind of calling, okay, is it going to be that guy? Is it going to be that guy? I will give the movie credit. They actually did a good job with that. They did. I thought they introduced you to
like when they first get on the airplane and they're like showing all the people.
Yeah, they introduce you to all the characters pretty early on, and they're all unique, and a lot of them are played by a very good cast. A lot of whom I recognized, and they did a good job of that. They did a good job. They all kind of have their own mysteries to them. So like you kind of sit there and you're like, that looks like they look like they could be the killer. They look like they could be the killer. So I thought the movie did a good job with that. For the most part, it's pretty well shot. There's some blurriness at some parts I didn't care for, but a lot of the airplane scenes are well shot. There's a lot of good long takes. The texting between Liam Neeson and the killer back and forth was done well. The action scenes, a little shaky, but you could...
That final climactic action scene, like, I'm not going to say anything, but I couldn't follow what was going on.
It's a little shaky.
I got a headache watching that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the worst I've seen. It's not Die Hard 5 bad, but it can be a little rough to follow.
I understand they're on an airplane. But
yeah, I mean that's just how action scenes are, unfortunately, nowadays a lot. But it wasn't horrible, but it was a little shaky at times. This is more of a nitpick. I know I complain a lot about CGI. Did you think the CGI plane looked good?
I noticed,
especially towards the end.
But there's that one scene where it was like the airplane was like flying like
with
the two jets. I could totally tell that was all fake.
The CGI plane.
I was like, wow,
it looks
kind of bad.
It looks like PlayStation 2 graphics.
That was like 1990s movie right there, man.
It was kind of, some of the CGI plane shots are rough, especially towards the end. But so with that said, okay, if you've seen the trailer, you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. It's Liam Neeson, grumpy Liam Neeson, on a plane, yelling at people, beating the crap out of people, and it's kind of awesome. And again, without getting any spoilers right now, when it's revealed who the killer is, it's done well. I didn't quite expect that to be the person.
I was surprised.
I was surprised too. Like I was like, oh, I thought it was done pretty well.
Still love how you called it.
I accidentally called it. I didn't
You still did it.
I didn't think that person was going to be the killer,
like
but
right off the bat,
the moment I saw the person, I was like,
oh, I bet it's that one.
I was like, oh, I bet it's that one. And then as time goes by, like, oh, it can't be that one. Oh, it is that one. Oh, okay. I guess I've seen too many of these movies. But with that said, so again, without just giving a short review, would I recommend this movie? You know, again, you probably know what you're in for if you've seen the trailer. If you are a fan of action movies, and if you're a fan of Liam Neeson, if you're, a lot of people don't like that Liam Neeson is doing a lot of action films ever since the success of Taken. If you are one of the people that likes it, like me, yeah, I'd recommend it. It's pretty fun. I will say this, it's not, I don't know if I would say it's worth full theater ticket price. Like, maybe go catch a matinee with some friends, or if your local theater does like on some days of the week they have like a discount. Yeah, I would say go catch it with some friends. It's worth seeing. Definitely worth a rental. I don't know if it's quite worth the $9, but it's fun. I would say, comparing it to other Liam Neeson action films that came out in the past few years, I don't like it as much as Taken. I like it more than Taken 2.
Never saw that one.
It's
the same thing.
It's the same thing, just not as good. I would say I liked this more than Unknown. Unknown did have more action in it, but I would say I think this handled itself better. And I think there was much better characters in this than Unknown. Although Unknown stuff, it's an okay movie. It's not a bad movie. But I would say I like this more. I would say for the director and Liam Neeson, this is an improvement over Unknown. And I'd be down to see them do another action movie if this is the rate. So, yes, I would recommend it. I would give it C minus. There's a lot of stupid moments, of course. And without getting into spoilers, the ending gets kind of insane, as you would probably expect. But, sure, I'd recommend it. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'd recommend it.
Sure.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, the sappy love thing at the end.
Kinda. It's not forced though. It's not like desolation of smog unnecessary.
God, don't even start me on that.
So yeah, I mean, it's, again, this isn't going on like the top 10 best films of the year list or by any means, but you know what? It's all right. It's a lot better than the last movie I reviewed. I think the last movie I reviewed was The Legend of Hercules with Sebastian, and that was a train wreck.
Legend of Hercules.
Yeah.
Was that the Sylvester Stallone one?
No.
Oh, I thought, isn't he making like a Hercules movie?
No, Dwayne Johnson's doing
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson's doing one. It's going to be awesome. So, yeah, it was all right. I'd say check it out if you can get it at a low ticket price. So, that's our spoiler-free review. I give it a C- to a C. Sure, it's worth checking out. If you don't want any spoilers, turn off the video now. Okay, let's talk about the ending. So, Liam Neeson, in fact, I think you see this in the trailer. Of course, he finds a bomb on the plane. Of course. And so he's like, crap, what are we going to do? We can't disarm it. Mm-hmm. So Liam Neeson's like, okay, here's what we'll do. This has never been done before. We are going to put this up against the door and put luggage against it, and we're going to lower the plane down to 8,000 feet, and we will let the bomb go off, but no one will get hurt. And that's what they do.
Well, except for that one guy.
Yeah, except for the villain. He
kind of got hurt.
Except for the villain, of course, which is very convenient, I might add. A lot of plane movies will do ridiculous things like that, and I'm usually not the kind of guy that will nitpick like that, and
I can tell you that 100% that would
never. I'm not an expert. I'm usually not.
I did like how they explained when they were really high, all the reasons why they couldn't disarm the bomb. Yeah. That all made sense.
They're like, why can't we just throw it out the plane? That wouldn't work.
I don't understand why they couldn't just lower the plane and then throw it out.
Because plot convenience.
Okay, right. Sorry.
Because movies. So that works. And so it actually, and I liked this. I was afraid that there would only be one villain and that we wouldn't get any action until the very end of the movie, which unfortunately is what most plane thrillers do. This one actually did not do that. There are 3 villains.
Have you seen a whole lot of plane thrillers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I actually made I might make a video of it, since viewers might not have me on Facebook, but on Facebook I actually put up an article saying my problem with action films set in airplanes. There's quite a few I've seen, and a lot of them have the problem where, and this movie kind of did this too, although I think it worked better, because they're in an airplane, they can't go anywhere, so the action won't really happen until towards the end of the movie, and I feel like they're just stalling a lot of the time. But this movie had 3 villains, and so because that, they kind of gave Liam a little bit more room to have some more action.
Villains.
If you count the guy from Safe. Counting him in the beginning.
Oh, right.
The villain from...
He kind of was a villain.
Sort of. I mean, he tries to kill Liam Neeson.
Yeah, that's true.
In like the first like 30 minutes, we find a villain, and I believe the actor is the actor that played the villain, one of the main villains in Safe.
That had to be him.
I'm pretty sure it's that guy. And Safe is an awesome movie. If you have Netflix, check it out. It's probably my favorite Statham flick. So anyways, he's there. Well, Liam confronts him pretty quickly, and they get into a fight in the bathroom. Liam kills him. So you're like, oh, well, okay. And then he realizes that...
Well, he was the killer in the movie.
There you go, in the movie. Well, then he realizes it's more complicated and that there's another person on board. Well, when the killer is finally revealed, it turns out that there's actually 2 of them. The second one really had no reason to be in that movie other than just, well, let's get another villain. But I'm okay with that.
Well, the black villain.
Yeah.
He just wanted the money.
He just wanted the money. The other one died for a cause. Yeah. I get that. But, so, yeah, there's 2 villains, and it's revealed at the very end. And I thought it did kind of a clever job revealing how that came to be.
It did, yeah.
And even
when he was, like, watching the video.
Yeah, he's watching the video. There's a guy on the plane that's recording Liam Neeson being Liam Neeson. And Liam Neeson finds out, and he takes the phone, and he's, like, looking through the video. And through that video feed, he realizes who the killer is. And I thought that was handled pretty well. So we get some action towards the end, of course. But in between, there's some decent moments, too. Like, I like the fact that Liam Neeson, of course, is being framed for all this. And so... at one point, the whole flight crew tries to rebel against him, and for a few minutes, we just see Liam Neeson literally fighting the entire crew of passengers by himself.
And beating the shit out of all of them.
Just bam, 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 bam. It's kind of amazing. I was like, oh my...
Look at that guy's nose.
He broke a cop's nose. I mean, I was sitting there, and I was like... I really hope this goes on for like 10 minutes, like just Matrix style, or like Kill Bill. Like he literally just knocks the whole crew out. that doesn't happen. It actually ends fairly quickly. But I was like, he's just beating the crap out of everybody. The people that he's trying to protect, I might add. So it doesn't stall too much on the action. There is a decent amount of action to keep you from getting bored throughout the film. And the mystery is well done. I think it's well built. I think the mystery is also well built in Unknown, too. I just feel like Unknown didn't have a very good payoff to it. But the payoff in this is decent. Like, the motive for the villains, it's okay. The main villain, he's doing this as kind of as an act of morality, kind of. Well, not morality, but a personal reason.
Yeah, well, his dad died in 9/11, and he's trying to prove that even after all that we've done to protect planes, they're still not protected because he said it was so easy for me to do this.
Which I really doubt. I have a really hard time believing that this was easy. But
movies.
Yeah, movies. And the other villain, of course, is doing it just for the money, of course. So, and one thing I'd like to point out now, I am really glad that Julianne Moore was not the villain, because if she was, that might have ruined she was the redhead with him, the love interest. I was like, because
has she been in other things? I don't know.
Oh, she's a very famous actress.
Okay.
Yeah, so, this is a lot better than the last movie I saw her in. The last movie I saw her in was Carrie, which was on my #1 most hated movies list.
You told me about
that, yeah. And she's actually she does a really good job in this. She plays a very likable character, but so yeah, it's just like there were so many hints that she was kind of like the least suspected person, and I was like, if she's the villain, I'm gonna kind of get angry, but she wasn't, and I was like, okay, cool, like, all right, and she's good. I thought Liam Neeson. I mean, of course, Liam Neeson's awesome in this. I liked his character in this, though. Like his backstory is basically a combination of the backstory from Taken and the backstory of The Grey. In The Grey,
I haven't seen that yet.
Great movie. Spoiler alert. In The Grey, you find out towards the end that his wife, who he's been like anxious to see, like he's been missing for a long time, turns out that she's actually been dead. Like she died from cancer a long time ago. So in this case, it was his daughter, which is not revealed till towards the end of the film.
I knew from the start that his daughter was
Yeah,
dead.
it was pretty obvious, yeah. But I like that, though. I mean, he's a very struggling character, of course, but he means well. But, I mean, I liked it, though. I mean,
putting the tape over the smoke detector so he can smoke in the laboratory.
Yeah, I was like, that would not happen. There's no way he could get away with that. But yeah, I know. Like, no. I'm sure no smell would happen. But... But, I mean, it's simplistic, but it works. It's a good example of how it's a simple backstory. It's one that we've seen many times, but it overall works. Again, the cast is great. You got the villain from Safe. You have the main female actress, I don't know her name, from 12 Years a Slave. She was the black flight attendant with the short hair. She was good in it.
The cop guy, I recognized him from stuff.
He looked really familiar. The cop looked really familiar.
The main villain, too. Was really familiar.
Really? Oh, I didn't recognize him.
The doctor too.
The doctor might have. Yeah. The doctor was kind of familiar. And Julie Moore, as I said, was good. So yeah, I mean, the casting is good.
No. We all know that the real hero of this entire movie was the little girl.
Well, of course, yeah, the little girl. The ribbon, dude. Symbolism. This movie's deep. Yeah, the ending gets pretty insane. So like I said, the villains are revealed, and action, and then you get that great, awesome scene from the trailer that's also in the posters. This shot that this whole movie is being promoted on. Liam Neeson in slow motion, flying back, holding the gun, aiming at it. You get it, and it's just as awesome as the movie promoted it to be. It's actually pretty brief too. It kind of just happens. And then the other villain just dies from the bomb, which is kind of anticlimactic.
Well, after the knife fight.
Yeah, you get a brief knife fight, which was kind of funny. Like the banter between the two is kind of funny. But
mind your way, asshole.
Just who would talk like that in that specific... Well, Liam Neeson would. But, I mean, yeah. So yeah, plane explodes. Only person who dies from the explosion is the second villain. Of course, this ends with the main climax, of course, is... Well, not the main, but the end of the climax, of course, is the plane dramatically landing, as every airplane movie has to end. Yeah, exactly. They all die. The end. And of course, everyone is safe and sound. Oh, well, except for the three people that died. With the exception of them, everyone is safe and sound, and the villains. And you get the happy ending. Liam Neeson is $150 million richer, and he gets Julianne Moore. The end. Like I said, you had to know what you were getting into if you saw the trailer. It's exactly that. It's fun. It's nothing to think about for too long, but it's worth the watch. Liam Neeson's awesome in it, as always. I do hope he keeps making more action films. I do like him in drama. I do. I mean, he was phenomenal in The Grey. And he's doing a lot of fun stuff. He was great in the Lego movie. He's going to be in that new Seth MacFarlane movie, which looks pretty funny. Yeah, we'll talk trailers real quick. I got 2 trailers that I had not seen. All the other ones I saw. There was the Edge of Tomorrow trailer, which I've seen multiple times with Tom Cruise, which I am looking forward to. 22 Jump Street, which I hadn't seen, but I don't care to see it.
It's just
Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill being Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill. And then there was the Seth MacFarlane movie, which I had not seen a trailer for. I didn't even know he was making that movie. I knew he was going to make another. I thought he was going to make a Family Guy movie, which maybe he still is. But I thought that was the next movie he was going to make.
1,000 Ways to Die in the Old West.
Yeah, or a million, whatever. That actually looked pretty funny. I liked Ted. I don't like Family Guy anymore. I think it's become really annoying and lazy, but and I know the reason why, but still. But Ted was really funny, and this trailer looked pretty funny. So yeah, I might go see that. I feel like, was there one other trailer we got?
Mm-hmm, there was.
I think it's a trailer I've seen already though. But I
don't remember.
Oh, we got a really brief teaser of the new Planet of the Apes movie.
Oh, that looked nice.
Which I have not seen. Cool. I have not seen until then, and yeah, that looked pretty good.
I need to see the first one.
I actually liked Rise of the Planet of the Apes quite a bit. I mean, you could argue it's not nearly as like, speaking strictly of like cinema history, it's not as big as the original movies were, because those were a big
Doesn't
deal.
Andy Serkis play Caesar?
I don't know. I know James Franco was the main character in the original, but yeah, I don't know who voices Caesar.
Well, Andy Serkis is the guy who does Gollum.
I don't know. I'll have to look that up. I don't know. But that looked pretty promising. I actually liked Rise of the Planet of the Apes pretty well. I actually did. That's one of the few reboots of classic movies that have come out in the last 10 years that I actually liked.
You saw the awesome 2001 Planet of the Apes movie, didn't you, man?
With Marky Mark?
Yeah.
No, not seeing that.
That movie was sweet.
Oh, it looked like it.
I got through like 20 minutes of that movie and I was like, no. Dude, nothing can beat nothing can beat the original of that movie, man. Oh, God. With
yeah.
what's his face? God, what's his name?
Who?
The main actor.
Marky Mark?
No, in the original Planet of the Apes.
Oh, gotcha. I don't remember. The original is a classic.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, well, I don't know if there's really anything else to talk about. Any final words? Any final thoughts on Nonstop?
No.
Would you give it a rating of any kind?
Yeah, I'd say like 6.
Out of 10?
Out of 10, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
No, out of 6.
No, 6 out of 6. I rate out of 6. Okay, cool. I know it's been a while since I've done these reviews. It was because I was short on money. I have a job again, so I will be doing more of these reviews. I don't know if I'll be doing as many as I was, though, because at the moment, you know, frankly, there's not very many people watching them, so I don't want to keep spending money on these movies if not very many people are going to be watching these videos. But if more and more people watch these, and if there's a bigger demand for it, I will see more movies to review. At the moment, there are going to be more videos up, though, on my channel. I'm going to do some more videos, but they will be movie related, but they're not all going to be just reviews of current movies. And there are some updates I have too on my script, and another script that's currently in the works that might be shot and released later this year. So I'll have more updates on that later. So thanks a lot for watching. See you later.